Welcome everybody. I'm Nia.
I'm Nani.
And this is Rum News. So we haven't seen each other since freaking November.
Yeah, for a live episode.
So welcome everybody. Super excited. Not to mention, it's my birthday tomorrow. Woo, 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 woo. So thank you, Sean. Thank you, Freedom Malts, for the happy birthday wishes. Super excited. We're actually celebrating with a really special bottle that's not available for in the States. So we're gonna start shots with Romero and Sons. If you're not familiar with them, they're an Ecuadorian company. The current owner is a 4th or 5th generation distiller. So super excited to try this for the channel's 2nd anniversary. Sorry, we gotta get a knife, or she's gonna Hulk it.
Strong arm it. Oh, this one just really doesn't want to rip.
Yeah, this was like.
Why do we always have issues with bottles? I feel.
We're trying to make it fun. We're trying to make it fun, guys.
Keep y'all on your toes.
So grab your shots, because we're gonna do one right now. Because there's another way to start Rum News.
Birthday shots.
So this is a 12-year-old rum from Ecuador. He does source his sugarcane and everything from Ecuador. I absolutely love their products. But for the anniversary of my channel, the 2 years, we got the 40-year-old. Oh my God, this is really stuck. Okay, try it now maybe. Okay. Holy crap. I'm not even joking. This is so stuck.
Ready, set,
Oh,
run.
here. Thanks, Jami. Here we go. 1. Most beautiful pop in the world, or sound in the world. Here we go. 2, 3.
Ooh, that was a nice one.
Thanks, Jami, thanks. So cheers. This one is a 12-year-old rum. He distills in pot stills that he actually makes. His sugarcane is organic and certified by Bone Sucro. So super excited to try this.
Oh, that smells so good.
So, guys, the 40-year-old rum was phenomenal.
It was very good. We went through that real quick.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Whew.
That's amazing.
That's really good.
Wow.
With the smell, I thought it was going to be a little sweeter than the taste. It smelled a little sweeter than it goes down.
For me, I thought it was going to be a lot stronger. It is 44%.
It's very smooth.
But it ends really caramelly.
Mm-hmm. But not in a sweet way.
No, like in a natural, like
natural
the cask
flavor,
way.
yeah.
So unfortunately, once again, we have not a lot of rum news per se, but a lot of very exciting releases.
Yes.
So do you want to start, Nani, with new releases?
Yeah, sure. So I'm going to start with Black Tot. They have released their 2024 Master Blenders Reserve Limited Edition.
Ooh.
It's at 54.5% ABV.
That seems hot.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It blends Guyana. It has blends from Guyana, Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, and from their Perpetual Reserve, all in this one blend. And
huge shout out to Mitch, by the way. He's their brand rep. Phenomenal guy. So excited to see him again at the Miami Rum Congress. If you are going,
we'll be there.
Weeks. Come say hi. I'll have a gift for you.
Yes. Unfortunately, I tried to see anywhere on their website anything about what the bottle goes for. I wasn't able to locate a price, unfortunately. Do you want to kick off, or do you want to do each one, or me do all of them? How do you want to go?
Why don't you do yours, and then I'll do my release.
You guys, it's been a little while. We're a little rusty for the start of the 2024 year. So I also have Ology Distilling. So they have 3 new rums that they're coming out with.
Super exciting too. There's some crazy finishes.
Yeah, so they are single origin, grade A molasses, Guatemalan grade A molasses, never sweetened, spiced, or filtered. So they hand harvest all of the cane there, hand harvested everything.
That's
so
awesome.
That means it comes out with limited quantity releases. So one that's coming out is Ology White Rum. It's small batch. It's 40% over-ripened pineapple with passion fruit and hints of tobacco and dark fruit esters is how it was listed.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, they also have, oh, my cards got a little mixed up here. Excuse me, guys. They also have their number 2, which is called Ology Bog Body. It's peated in Scotch cask age, or it's peated Scotch cask age.
You know Phil's gonna want that.
Yep, and it's crafted in Florida swamps. So you know it's gotta be that funky.
Heck yeah!
Heavy
I
on
love
the
a
funk,
swamp rum.
heavy on the funk with aromas of fruit. But it also says it has smoky notes, and it's at 116 proof, 58%.
Holy crap,
so
we're definitely gonna have to scoop that
one's
up.
a little bit stronger. All of them are overproof, so that's gonna be interesting. And then their last one is dendrochronology, which is actually the study of the age of trees, which I thought was interesting. So they do 1 year in a new oak barrel, and then they transfer it into another new oak barrel after that to enhance the impact of the woodiness that's in the rum, so that it doesn't soak in too much in one. They transfer it to another new oak barrel after 1 year, so it really brings out the woodiness of the rum.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say that's probably gonna be naturally super spiced.
Yeah.
Because Privateer, if you haven't tried Privateer, highly recommend. It's the most naturally, like, white pepper spiced finished rum that I've tasted, and it's because they use white oak brand new barrels.
Yeah, and they say
so
that
exciting.
new wood brings out intense notes of brown sugar, cinnamon, vanilla. The usual spices we're used to seeing, you know, in the spiced world. And that one's at 108 proof, 54%. So they've got some good things coming out for Ology. Awesome. There's also Bourbon Court Rum, or Rum Bourbon Court, I should say. They've come out with a couple new ones as well. Cane Blossom is their first one, 45% ABV.
Super excited about these releases too, so
if you guys see any bottles, you know what to do. So the
share
cane, right? Share. Sharing is caring, you guys. Their Cane Blossom one is mellowed 3 months in Japanese oak barrels, which I thought was pretty interesting. It's not your usual. And it's a blend of pure cane juice with Mizunara, I'm totally butchering that, Mizunara oak. And that type of tree, that type of oak, only reaches maturity after 200 years or more. So it's a very rare essence to be able to use that for
Holy crap. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to scoop this up. Thank you so much, Ken, for the birthday wishes. And Jami's asking if we're going to go to the dinners. We don't know yet, Jami. But
TBD.
Yeah, TBD. We might go to the Savage Lab events in Miami. But I don't know about the dinner stuff because it's at Exotico, and to me it's a little bit expensive.
Yeah, is it like last year?
Yeah, it's like $75
it's gone
for
down.
the
Last
Perry.
year it was like $100.
Well, I don't know. I haven't checked. I'm just guesstimating.
We will see. So TBD on that.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. She'll keep you posted. And then also Rum Bourbon Court's next release is Volcanic Cane. You know we love those volcanic.
We sure do.
Those
Rum jams.
Rums, yeah. So that one's 46.7% ABV, aged in Islay whiskey cask, and it's a blend of 2 volcanic terroirs, which is Haitian cane and peat of Islay. And it's aged in cognac casks for a few months, and then it goes to ex-bourbon casks, and then it goes to the peat whiskey casks. So that's what I have for my new releases.
Phil, you got 2 rums that are aged in peated whiskey casks, so I'm sure you're gonna get those.
Correction, it's Isla.
Sorry, Isla.
Isla. I knew he was gonna come out and say something.
I had a feeling. Okay, what you got?
I got a couple of very cool, interesting rums out of Oaxaca, Mexico. They are made in copper pot stills, which in Spanish are called alambiques. And they're a very specific type of pot still for this area, and it's called the pot still Serrano. And the first one is gonna be La Cima, which is like a mountain, and it's distilled at altitude. And that one they use wild yeast in Oaxaca. Okay. And they age for 17 months in virgin oak cask. By the way, if you like new experimental rums, keep an eye out for Oaxaca. I just met a distiller this weekend. He was in Master Distillers, the show. I met him this weekend. His name is Matt, I believe. Oh my god, now I feel so bad, I completely forgot. Anyway, he's distilling out of Oaxaca. A ton of very, very cool stuff coming in Oaxaca. And I didn't know, but he was telling me that there's a ton of sugarcane out there.
Okay, like natural?
Yes.
Oh wow, okay.
Isn't
that's
that crazy?
Cool. Yeah, that's cool.
So now you know. Upcoming rums, we give you the inside scoop. So there's La Cima, which is the wild yeast one, which I'm really excited because we know a lot of the Caribbean rums do wild yeast.
Yep.
The second one is going to be Mata Diablo, which means kill the devil.
Yep.
And that one is 6 months in ex-mezcal casks.
Ooh. We love us some smokiness.
Right? 19 months in virgin French casks. 17 in French oak casks. And 21 months in ex-bourbon casks.
Okay.
So you know we'll be getting that, right?
Yes, of course. That's so
In
total,
ex-mezcal.
I can't do the math. How
Yeah,
much?
me
How
neither.
long is that being aged?
Me neither.
So 6,
A couple
19.
years.
That's more than a couple years. That's almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Actually, that's more.
Yeah.
That's like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So, that's
So
gonna
I'm
be good.
super excited for those releases. There's also a new release, and actually I only know about this company because Jami shared some samples. So thank you so much, Jami from Ready Set Rum. He is
Shout
in the
out.
chat. Go subscribe to his channel. He's very knowledgeable when it comes up everything regarding rums. He is from Trinidad and Tobago, so definitely go subscribe to his channel. He's got a lot of insight. But I actually tried this from a sample he gave me, and it's Ron Colon. They're finally releasing a 101 proof white rum, which is very, very surprising.
Unusual.
Because typically you release the white rum or transparent rum first, and then you go up. They
Right.
released some very unique, like they did a coffee flavored rum, which was amazing. It was like
Okay.
coffee infused rum, which was amazing.
You know we love
gave me
those
a
coffee rums.
Yeah, he gave me a sample of that. That was amazing. Very high proof too. They were all pretty high proof. He had me try like an aged one that was really good too. The other one is Gosling's 3-year rye cask finished rum, which I'm super excited to try. And then we have a little bit of some actual rum news, which is kind of a little bit old, but we definitely want to cover it here in case you have not heard. Plantation rum has changed to Plantaray. Yes, there was a little bit of controversy with the name plantation because it's associated to slavery. As we all know, rum does have a very, very dark side. It helped kind of propel slavery, unfortunately, during the 17 and 1800s with the explosion of sugar specifically. So Plantaray decided to change their name to that, which I think is great. Not too crazy about the name, let's be honest.
They could have done better. It just sounds like they threw tiles on
Yeah.
the Scrabble board
And just so everybody knows, and if you don't know, this has been in the works since 2020, and they did register Plantaray at that time and Plantera, which I honestly think that one is more badass because
it just makes me think of like
Pantera.
Pantera. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just sounds so much
So
cooler.
that would have been so much better, but
Or even Pantera, like, why does it have to be plantation? Like,
I know. Anyway, but Alexander Gabriel, who's the master blender at Plantaray, see, I even have to think about it too much. Plantaray. He says it's an homage to sugarcane, and it's a combination of the word plant and ray, because sugarcane is a plant, and the rays of sunshine that help the sugarcane grow, and that's how they came up with the name.
They were grasping at straws, and they just went with, I don't know, they drew whatever got the shortest stick, I guess.
Pretty much. But what is exciting about the name change, and that not a lot of people have had the pleasure of trying, that we luckily did, is their cut and dry coconut rum, which is literally my favorite coconut rum. Now, it's specifically made in a very unique way, and they're finally releasing it worldwide as their first rum of their first bottle with the name Plantaray. So if you do see that on the shelves, one, grab me a bottle because I have one of the OGs and I would love to do a comparison.
Yeah.
Two, if you like coconut rum, I'm telling you, this is like a phenomenal rum because it's a smaller coconut, like the brown hairy ones that we get typically in like
See, I didn't even, growing up in Massachusetts, those are the only coconuts I ever saw, was the small brown hairy ones. I didn't even know that other types of coconuts exist, like the big green ones and stuff like that, until I moved down here and went to Brazil and stuff like that. Obviously, I went to Brazil before I moved down here, but... So to me, it's like people say, oh, you know, the smaller... I'm like, those are the... To me, that's what a coconut is.
Yeah, so what they do apparently is they grab all the meat from inside that little coconut. And I don't know if you've tried the difference, but the flavor of the water in that brown coconut...
different.
It's way more potent and stronger. But anyway, they grab the inside of the white meat. They toast it. They grab... 2 rums. One is a 1-year-old rum and a 3-year-old rum, and they steep the toasted coconut in the rum, like tea. Yeah. So that's how they make the cut and dry, because they literally cut the white part and dry it in the sun and toast it. And so super excited for everybody to finally try it. But again, as soon as anybody sees the bottle on the shelf, please send them my way, and I will send you a bottle of the original, because when we kept on asking about like when this is gonna go global, they kept on saying that there was an issue with the farmer that had made those coconuts, and he wasn't able to keep up with current existing demand. So I can only imagine how they're gonna accomplish that on a global scale.
Yeah, that's insane.
Right?
That's insane. Gotta find another supplier, I guess.
Yeah, or maybe they invested a lot of money in that farmer and helped them.
Yeah, maybe grew his situation.
Or like I said, maybe now they do it flavoring. So that's why I'm dying to get a bottle of that and compare, because the flavoring is amazing of the cut and dry.
Yeah.
And then do you want to talk a little bit do you have any news to tell us?
We did want to discuss a little bit about the acquisition of Platinum Equity acquiring the E&A share.
This is huge news, by the way.
Yeah, for those that don't know, it's the largest global blender and vendor of premium rums in bulk. So, unfortunately, monies were not disclosed. They're, financial dealings, so we don't know how much they acquired it for, but they did.
Lots.
They've actually been around since 1712, which I thought was freaking crazy. And their headquarters are located in Amsterdam. And so their blending is actually done at Amsterdam at their headquarters, and the aging is done in the UK, which I thought was a little interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't realize that either.
Yeah, okay.
And they actually source rums from over 60 suppliers in over 40 countries around the world.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Other than that, the article didn't have a whole lot to say, because again, financials weren't disclosed, and it just kind of went into detailed description about E&A share, unless you wanted to add anything to that.
No, but I know a lot of independent bottlers that you see, they use their rum.
The E&A share?
Yeah. So basically, I could go there and pick some barrels.
Yep.
Or pick a rum, blend it, and then put my own bottle and slap my own label on it. So it's really interesting to see the acquisition of that.
Yeah.
And 2, to see the changes of the current existing independent bottles that I know that are out there, and just to see the change.
To see how it's gonna move along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do have another super interesting rum news. As you know, I went to Australia last year, and if you don't know, I went to Australia last year. But basically, they just came out with really interesting news, because when we were there, we were talking to a lot of people about how crazy it is of the amount of sugarcane that they have, and there's not a lot of distilleries. We're like, you have all the sugarcane, why do you not have
do
more
something with it?
Yeah. So believe it or not, it's incredibly expensive and heavily taxed when it comes to spirits in general, and the higher the proof, the more expensive it is. So
interesting.
There is this huge news coming out of Australia, which is they're trying to put a pause on the next hike of taxes on spirits, because right now Australia is 3rd in the world for the highest spirit taxes in the world.
Wow. I wonder why that is. I wonder if that's just their laws to be able to regulate, or because they're their own independent landmass.
Well, I don't know what it is, but I know a lot of the smaller distillers have a very big troubling time selling their spirits, because they have to increase the cost for everything.
Yeah.
And unfortunately puts a lot of people out of business, which is really sad because there are a lot of tiny or smaller distillers that can't compete with the taxes.
Yeah.
Just for perspective, it doesn't sound like a lot, but compared to the US, there's 7 times more expensive taxes on each bottle,
Wow.
which is insane. Like a bottle that you would pay a certain amount, just think
Yeah.
of paying that amount times 7.
I know. That's insane.
So I hope everybody in Australia manages to put a stop on the hikes. Apparently it happens more than once a year.
That's
Sometimes
crazy.
it's happened twice a year
That's
on
insane.
spirits. So they're definitely trying to change that, which I thought was incredible
Yeah.
and kind of sad. Any other rum news from you?
I don't know if you wanted to talk a little bit about the global rum market.
Absolutely. We want to touch on our little previous segment called Rumonomics.
And that was with Paul.
Yeah, when he took over for...
Where is Paul?
Yeah. Oh, Jason saying that he's not a fan of Plantation's new rum name, but at least it rhymes with a gin name. Oh, Bombay?
No,
oh,
Tanqueray.
Tanqueray. That's right. I was like, Bombay? Anyway.
I guess they both rhyme.
Yeah.
But all right, so back to Rumonomics. Do you want to kick us off?
Sure. So, they're predicting right now that there's going to be a 17.7 billion increase in
Yeah.
rum sales by 2027.
Yeah.
So all of those people that are trying to get into rum, now is your time, people.
Now is the time, because
Now is
as
the
of
time.
right now, the industry as of at the end of 2022. Obviously, it's a little early to have
Yeah.
the numbers for 2023, but as of the end of 2022, rum was a $13.7 billion industry.
That's insane.
And increasing to the 17.7%, we're talking a 4.7 increase. And that's, you think like, oh, 2027, that's so far off, but
Oh,
in
blink
that kind
one
of
eye.
market, yeah, in that kind of market, that's a crazy increase.
Yeah, for sure.
So-
Especially for a small, underrated segment of the spirit market.
Yeah, the
right?
alcohol industry. Yeah, it's
Like, we
crazy.
all know that rum is amazing, but you know, there's people out there that shit on rum all the time. Those haters.
But
rum haters.
Rum's making its comeback. Well, I don't know if it's a comeback. If it was from pirate life,
Yeah,
maybe.
pirate life, colonial times in the U.S.
It's
all that good
definitely
stuff.
making its big comeback.
Yeah, for sure. And some of the numbers that were really interesting that popped out to me is that gold had the
Yeah.
largest growth.
Yeah.
In 2022, they accounted for 43.4% of the rum market in sales, which is very interesting.
Yep.
Now, the only controversial thing is with rum is that gold could be a gold coloring, or it could be
Like
aging.
aged. Yeah, it's very
So-
broad.
If we know our colorings and our agings, some of those big brand names that have a lot of the help might be in that category.
The aided coloring.
So that doesn't surprise me, but I wish they would do like non-big brands and somebody would do a study of that. That would be cool. Somebody at Overproof. Hi, Nico. If you could do something like that would be awesome.
Yeah.
The other big thing is that by 2027, that same segment of the rum market
Yep.
is going to have a 5.5 growth by 2027.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
The growth rate in the rum market and in the rum industry right now is astronomical. So if you guys are distillers, like she said, now's the time to get into the game. Get your heads in there. One thing I found really interesting in reading the article was that the Asia Pacific area was the largest region in the rum market. Now I understand, obviously, Asia.
You want another little shot?
Yes, please. That Asia is the most populated, of course, in the world, and I'm wondering if that has something to do with it, or if it's solely because they're really the ones that are occupying majority of the market. I thought that was very interesting. They occupied 45.1% of the market was Asia Pacific, which I think Asian. I don't think rum drinkers. I think, from the Japan area, the sake. I'm not necessarily sure what the Chinese alcohol of choice is.
Well, surprisingly, the largest last that I read like a couple years ago was, and why it became so popular and why it went global was Tanqueray, the Filipino brand.
Okay.
They were the largest rum drinkers in the world Filipinos with Tanqueray.
And they're like one of the tiniest
With
little
Tanqueray.
countries.
Tanqueray, not Tanqueray.
Because she's got gin on the mind.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Tanqueray.
that's surprising because the Philippines is such a small part of Asia.
Yeah.
It's so tiny.
But it's very tropical, and
which makes sense.
Yeah, and if you look at the history of sugarcane, it makes sense because sugarcane started in now I can't remember. Anyway,
it'll come back to her in the middle of this segment.
Yeah, maybe I'm running low on ethanol.
Cheers. Take a shot, guys.
Cheers, guys. Prepare your shots.
Yeah. And then, of course, North America wasn't far behind.
Tell us about North America, because I did not write anything down for North America.
It didn't really say. It listed that Asia Pacific was the largest region in the rum market at 45.1%, with North America, Western Europe, that surprised me, following in third. Western Europe, and then it just listed other as at the end of that. But then moving forward, they suspect that the fastest growing regions in the rum market is going to start at South America.
Wow.
The second one really surprised me, the Middle East, and then Africa. I was like, huh. I mean, I'm seeing the tropical,
like Mauritius
the climate
is in Africa, technically that area.
Yeah, it's technically an island off the coast.
So
I was
that
very
makes sense.
surprised by that, and then also not surprising at all. So we were talking about the rum market. It's very concentrated. A small number of the players obviously dominate. It's how economics and finances work. It's always going to be the top players are dominating most of the industry.
Yeah.
So it started with top 10 making up 39.59% of the market, just in the top 10
That's
alone.
a lot.
And okay, do you know who was number one?
Diageo.
No. Diageo did come in second, but they were not number one. One more guess. They were very close. It wasn't that far, but they were very close.
Like big conglomerates?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. Remy Martin?
No, Bacardi.
Oh, shit.
Bacardi was number one.
What?
Yeah, at 12.73% share of the rum market. And then Diageo at 11.58%, like I said, very small margin.
Good for Bacardi. Like, I know they're a big boy, but it's still kind of like a little... Diageo is like a conglomerate of...
Yeah, Diageo is huge. Has
like
a bunch of different...
multi-brand.
Yeah,
so.
Bacardi beat them out. And then the drop goes drastic down to number 3, which is Parad, and I'm probably making that... Parad Ricard at 7%.
Okay.
And Rodico Kaifan at 2.45%. And then it just goes down from there. So it's a drastic jump from number 1 Bacardi at almost 13%. And then number 4 is 2%. And then obviously it goes down from there. So I thought that was a huge range and so interesting to see the dynamics like that of the people that are actually in the dominating the rum market. Yeah.
Going back to the Asia Pacific stuff, I am not surprised because lately I've seen a true influx of Indian rums like coming from India.
Oh, okay.
I did try some, and I did try Kamikara, the 12-year-old bottle. Phenomenal. Okay. When we went to Barbados, remember those weird releases from Raising Glasses?
Yeah.
They were all Thai.
Yeah, that's
rums.
True.
Let me tell you, phenomenal as well.
Yeah.
I've been hearing about rums from Cambodia.
Okay. So Africa shouldn't be too surprising too.
And
coming in.
Huge shout out to Isabel Rosal. She's my fellow female master sommelier. She just gave me a small bottle of the Luisita rum, which is also from the Philippines. I've tried their rum before.
Yeah.
Phenomenal too.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I think if you're in an area, like I said, it said South America was going to be the next fastest growing in the industry of consumers and things like that. You're in an area where it's tropical, you have the ideal climates. India's tropical. Much. All those little islands in Asia, you're
tropical.
right on the equator. It's all tropical. Obviously, most of Africa.
Papua New Guinea. Sorry, I just remembered. Sugarcane started in Papua New Guinea.
Yeah.
So it's like right there.
I told you she was going to remember in the middle.
Hopscotch. Hopscotch.
It's right there. So it's just like you have the best and ideal climates to kind of capitalize on this.
It's crazy.
So you'd be silly not to.
And the numbers of people to push
Yeah, you have the population.
Of
Yeah, you have the population. Asia Pacific, like I said, is #1 right now in the rum market.
That's awesome.
So
if anybody has any suggestions of Asian Pacific rums, I'd love to try. I'm telling you, when I tried that, I could not stop thinking of taking pictures, and I was like, Nani's gonna die when she hears that we tried raising glasses. It was such amazing.
She literally was still there and was taking pictures. Like,
it's
look
so
what I'm
good.
trying.
It was phenomenal, phenomenal.
All right, I think that's it for news today. So you guys might have noticed a selection of things happening here. So, being that we're on the cusp of coming into February, being that I'm Brazilian,
being that it's my birthday.
Her birthday, it's just all sorts of reasons to celebrate because Lord knows this month just needs to end for me. So
we're going out with a bang.
Going out of for me, honestly, January, it was like COVID. It's just been a blackout month. Like, it doesn't exist for me. It's just been nothing but a shit show.
So tell us, what do you have prepped? She prepped something super special.
So February is the official month of Carnaval in Brazil, much like Mardi Gras in Louisiana, much like Carnival in the Caribbean. Carnival in Brazil starts in February. It's, and for those of you who aren't familiar, people think Carnival, it's just partying and naked women. And what it is, it's actually a competition between the samba schools throughout the country. And what it is it's a parade. That's their competition. That giant mass parade that you see everybody's dancing, that's their competition. It's, they're being judged on costume, choreography. They're being judged on everything.
Yeah.
And eventually, everyone has their samba queen from their school, which is the one that's usually visualized when you hear samba. It's the woman with the big, beautiful headdresses.
And she starts at the beginning of the whole thing.
Yeah, she's at the beginning. She's on the platform. Right? Yeah, she's usually at the front. They usually move. So, and I can't even imagine. Just the headdresses are probably so heavy. And for you guys that aren't familiar as well, February is still summer in Brazil. So they are opposite of us. So it's still summer there. It's very freaking hot.
Very freaking humid.
They're dancing their asses off.
I'm talking like I've ever been. I have not been there.
It is very, very humid. And they're dancing their asses off. So the barely there costumes makes a lot more sense when you put it into context. And the headdresses weigh tons. So I don't blame them for not wanting to put on like, you see those dancers that are wearing the heavy costumes on the street,
they're like drenched,
dripping in sweat, and probably smell so gross. Anyways, all this to say, side little tangent there. The actual official drink / cocktail of Carnival is a drink called cheque mate, which translates to checkmate. And it takes what is called the mate tea, takes Brazilian soda, which is guaraná, and that's made from the guaraná fruit. I personally don't like natural guaraná. I've tried it, like guaraná juice. There's nothing comparable, and it looks like it's cherries on the can.
It's not cherries.
It's not cherries. It looks like it, but it's not. I honestly couldn't even tell you. Maybe like a sweetened ginger ale, kind of.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like got the same coloring,
but not so much in the gingers.
Right,
like
not
sweeter.
In the flavor. Yeah, it's much sweeter. It's literally like take cane juice or something like that, and you carbonated it almost.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be using Brazilian rum, which is cachaça, and some lemon juice that we pre-squeezed before we started tonight. So, y'all don't mind, I'm gonna pull out my phone just for the sake of making sure I get the measurements right.
Please do.
Bear with me, y'all.
And this is a bottle that Nani brought from Brazil, which is really cool. It's actually aged in ex-Tennessee bourbon barrels.
Yep.
And I had not tried cachaça or any sugarcane spirit from South America that wasn't aged. This was my first age, and let me tell you, it is phenomenal. I was really impressed. Very excited to put this in the cocktail. So, happy Carnival, start of Carnival, everybody.
Yep, and happy birthday to Nia.
Thank
you. If you guys want to get some things together yourselves, I'm going to make just one for you right now, and then we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm so excited.
We need 2 ounces of rum. For me, honestly, could probably go a little heavier on the rum, but for right now, I'm going to make it as the recipe calls for.
Let's see. We can adjust accordingly.
I took the words right out of my mouth. So it's going to be very heavy on the mate, which I'm not Oh, I definitely just doubled the rum, so I guess I'm doubling the recipe.
Yeah, just make 2.
Yeah,
it's fine.
So we need 2 ounces of...
And then the cool thing, if you don't know, this has caffeine in it, and this coffee has this tea has caffeine in it as well. It's kind of similar to
okay, we're gonna try
the Argentinian mate.
Do you have something I can pour this over, because I feel like it's not gonna pour clean.
Hold on, what should I get? Hi Mark, thanks for tuning in.
I'll just guesstimate.
He's like,
oh, we're making a mess.
It's okay. Sorry, I got distracted.
It's okay. That's fine.
So, Mark is saying that there's usually cool artwork. Oh my God, you are so right, Mark.
Seriously made a mess.
I just noticed that. Here, you can, here.
Literally, because the mug is not ideal
It's
for pouring. Okay, and then the splash of what
Wow, Mark, you seriously impressed me. So I'm gonna come around and show you guys
while
what
I'm doing
talking
this.
about. So Mark said that Sagativa has, if you can see behind, so this is the front label. Behind the labels here and there,
y'all,
there's some really cool artwork. So it looks like a palm tree. It looks like the beach scene. And it actually looks like some sugar cane on the bottom. That's really cool, Mark. Thanks for that tidbit.
And I forgot to put ice in the glasses too. It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
So this is what, it's been a month.
This is what we're using.
Oh my God, it's been a month. All right, there's still a lemon seed in mine. Okay.
It's okay, it's extra flavoring.
I'm gonna do a splash.
We definitely need ice though. Well,
Yeah.
let's try it like this.
I mean, it's all cool and chilled.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. What is this called again?
Sheki machi.
Sheki machi. Cheers, everybody.
That's actually so refreshing. It kind of reminds me of a dark and stormy.
I love that.
That is so good. And I didn't think I was going to, because I'm not a fan of machi. I'm not a fan of tea. And it's like a very strong green tea flavor, but this is really good.
Yeah, this is incredible.
Do you want ice? Or
yeah,
no?
just a little. But I'll take some of this.
Well, let me put more.
This has juice in it. You want some?
Yeah, I didn't pour all of it out because
perfect.
I forgot to put the ice in.
It's okay. I'll do this. And then splash it with a little guarana.
Do you want more ice or are you good?
No, I'm good. Cheers, everybody. This is so good.
This is really good. Now, I know that guarana might not be something easy to obtain. And we did make it with cachaça. The recipe calls for rum. Now, rum, again, is still growing in South America. Cachaça is what we normally... It is made from sugar cane, but it is a completely different type of alcohol and a different type of spirit than actual rum.
Well, cachaça, my understanding, because there is a specific restriction, and I'll bring Matt Petrick's book so we can look at specifically what is considered cachaça. I think the difference between basically Brazilian rum and cachaça is the fact that it's sugarcane juice for the cachaça and the way it's distilled, believe it or not, or aged or something like that.
Yeah.
There's some variations.
It's a very minor distinct difference, but when I tell you cachaça and rum don't taste anything the same.
Yeah.
They don't taste alike. You can have cachaça and be like, what is this? Like it doesn't, to me, it doesn't taste comparable to rum or vodka or tequila. It's just the same way they're not comparable to each other.
Well, I'd say it does kind of, not the same, but it's kind of similar to rum agricole.
Yes,
like
it is very
French
similar
style.
to rum agricole, yes. But as far as like your standard, go to the store, pick up a bottle of rum, tastes nothing like it.
Especially standard here in the United States.
Yeah, it is
where you see rum that's like labeled as rum and it's under 40% is like blasphemous to me.
Yeah, it is not the same.
Fight me in the comments, fight me.
So if you guys were interested, and even mate, I don't know how, for us it's easy to find things like that down here because there is such a diverse culture.
I'll show you what it looks like in case.
I don't know if that's something that's easily found. Now the funny thing is she was like, oh, is it like Argentinian mate? I was like, I have no idea. I didn't even know it was a thing. I know it as, like, people drink it as chimarrão. I didn't realize mate was the same thing. It's a type of herb that's used.
So look at this. This is what the bag looks like, and it's like it's not like a green tea per se, but it looks like a green tea. So
and it smells like it too, like before it's steeped.
Look at this. But yeah, excellent. Argentinians also drink something similar, which is literally mate, and they drink in something like this with this straw. So we're using that for this drink in case anybody wanted to buy it, but very interesting.
And it's so tasty. I feel like you could even maybe use, I don't know what flavor you could use, but I feel like you could play around with different flavors. Maybe even make it a little more tropical or make it a little sweeter.
A little
if you
passion
like
fruit.
Ooh. That tanginess of the passion fruit, that would be really, really good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Do you have anything else? I feel like we need to keep celebrating.
Well, we're gonna continue the celebrations
made a total
tomorrow.
mess.
It's okay. That's the fun part. Messes are fun. But yeah, I think it's been an excellent rum news in spite of it being short. It's gonna be short and sweet, and we have a killer cocktail. I don't know if Sean's in the chat. Oh, thank you, Underdog, for the happy birthday wishes. Cheers.
Do you want one?
So yeah, I think we've caught up with everything. If you hear of any new releases, please let us know. We'd love to hear from you. My Rum Diaries channel on IG. Everything else is My Rum Diaries. And we have rum news next month.
Yeah.
On what date again?
Let us consult our calendars. I want to say it's the last.
Oh, Sean is still here. Sean, I hope you can make this excellent, refreshing cocktail. He's a big cocktail guy.
The last Tuesday of the month, the 27th. And we'll be in touch with you guys. We'll be at the Miami Rum Congress in a couple weeks.
Yes, if you're coming down, please come say hi. I finally got the new lanyards, so you can get those.
We'll be in the My Rum Diaries channel crew t-shirts.
We will.
So we'll be easily spotted, and you can't miss this beautiful face.
And I'll have my pirate hat. So
why do you look so tall right now?
Because I don't know.
We're usually the same height. I don't know why she looks so tall.
Hey, I'm wearing heels, guys.
I'm like, okay, sugar mama.
It's my birthday, so
She's really not though. That's why I don't know why she's so tall.
It's just sneakers. I don't know.
But look, you look so tall.
I don't know.
It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine.
Hey. It's all fine. It's all fine.
Add it to the weirdness and Twilight Zone that has been this month for me.
Oh gosh, we're almost there. We're almost there, everybody.
How is it still January?
You're not wearing shoes. That's it.
Yeah.
I never am though. That's the thing.
Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this month's rum news.
Yes.
Definitely go check out Romero and Sons if you have not. It was delicious as expected.
Yes.
And we'll put the recipe for this drink in the comments once we're done here. But thank you so much. I look forward to the next rum news. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for
Have a
tuning
good
in.
night.
Thanks for all the birthday wishes, everybody.
They're so sweet.
Thanks, Mark. Ooh. Thanks, Sean.